For the last couple of years, I've been seeing a lot of videos that preach about comfort zone and the importance of leaving it. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about why I disagree with that statement and why I think that the aggressive push of trying to convince people to leave their comfort zone is doing more harm than good, actually. It's gotten so bad lately that whenever I hear about this comfort zone concept, I immediately kind of cringe because it just became such a cliche to say, and it's pushed so aggressively by all the, hustle culture, the self-help gurus, that it's just, oh my god. The message is usually that if you're not constantly pushing yourself, you are not growing. But is that really true? And is that even really healthy? I feel like all these influencers nowadays romanticize struggle, often without considering individual circumstances. So all these messages like, oh, if you hate your job, then just quit it and chase your dreams. Like everyone could afford to do that, to afford that risk. Some people have families that depend on them, or maybe they are just need to depend on themselves to put some bread on the table, basically. So it's not that easy to just quit and then chase something that might lead to a worse scenario than what it is now. Then there's also the spectrum of waking up at 5 a.m., working out first thing in the morning, then grinding and never stopping, never taking a break. They're saying all of this as if rest is weakness. But is it really? Trying to convince people to do something that scares them every day. But what if you are not ready for that? What's gonna happen then? Wouldn't this kind of mindset lead to a lot of anxiety? Or maybe even feeling guilty for enjoying stability? Basically, it assumes that comfort is the enemy of growth, which is completely not true, in my opinion. Because whenever I ask myself the question of what's really wrong with staying in your comfort zone, and the answer, I think, is nothing. If you feel well, if you are happy there, then what's really wrong about it? Stability, we all love stability because stability can bring peace, well-being. Comfort can allow us to focus on things that truly matter to us, like our health, relationships, love, creativity. I don't think that constant discomfort equals to progress. Not everyone needs to be on a never-ending journey of extreme self-improvement. If you just enjoy simple life, a steady life, then that's perfectly valid and that's okay. And there's nothing wrong with you, and you shouldn't feel ashamed of having that stability. Because in fact, working for that stability can also be just as hard. But I also wouldn't go as far as to say that leaving your comfort zone is worthless in general, because it's really not. It's actually very, very good for you, but only if you are ready, and only if you are expanding a boundary in your life that you are actually interested in, that matters to you, not because society tells you to do so. It's about exploring those new experiences at your own pace, challenging yourself just enough to improve but not to break. You just have to remember that growth it's not an obligation, it's a choice. And if you are not ready to make that choice, to take that big step forward, then maybe it's better to remain where you are, gain some strength, some confidence, and make that step when you are ready, when it feels right. Your comfort zone is not a prison, it's a foundation. And growth happens when we build on it, not when we recklessly abandon it. I feel like this message is very important because a lot of people might fall into the trap of believing that they have to suffer, that they have to go through it just for life to get better, for self-improvement. But in reality you don't, because it might bring you more harm than good. Also, whenever you do take that step out of your comfort zone and the new experience that you went through ended up being not good for you, or you just didn't feel like it was quite right, then it's still beneficial actually, because now you tried something and you know that it's just not for you, and you can focus, you can come to a better understanding with yourself, and you can eliminate paths that don't really serve you. You know, even if you come out from an experience thinking that, well, that wasn't really for me, but you're still walking away with clarity, and you'll know to search for something else now. So those are my 2 cents to the whole comfort zone thingy. Do not blindly chase discomfort for the sake of it, but rather explore things that could add value to your life. It's about your own growth, in your own time, and for your own reasons.